We do, we do, we do. We always look on the bright side of life. We do, we do, we do, we do. If you were a Celtic fan in the mid-90s, you will remember that song fondly, because it was a song that was sang out around Celtic Park. Yes, it was a song that was sang around Celtic Park, believe it or not. And it was at the time where Celtic weren't that good, to be honest. To be perfectly honest. But we always looked on the bright side of life. And sometimes we need to do that as Celtic fans. Sometimes we need to look on the bright side of life. Now, we'll wait till some more people get on. But Dom, if Liam hadn't brought up, no one in the panel would have. Well, I take it's all been kicking off on another podcast then. Anyway, there's big breaking news this evening, and people that aren't on this live are missing out on some fantastic news that is kicking around this evening. The breaking news is Adam Idah did not travel with the rest of the Norwich squad on Sunday. He was going to make his own way to the training camp. He did not turn up. Adam Idah is protesting back in Norwich. He wants to come to Celtic. Adam Idah wants the deal done. Adam Idah refused to travel, and the manager has said that he feels let down. He feels that he's personally let down, and he feels like he's let the group down. But he will work to support Adam Idah. That was the Norwich City manager this evening after they drew 2-2 in their game this evening. So that's big breaking news when it comes to Adam Idah. It is big breaking news, but there's other breaking news this evening also. There's massive news with regards to Matt O'Reilly. Atalanta are preparing to make another offer for Matt O'Reilly. Atalanta are prepared to make another bid in the region of 20 million with add-ons to get to the 25 million euro valuation with the bonuses. This operation could be facilitated if Stuttgart pay a similar amount for a player that is trying to get one of their players. And there's also a Juventus player in the mix also. But that is breaking news this evening, is there is another bid. Now, Celtic have seemingly upped their price from 25 million euros to 29 million euros in the negotiations with Atalanta's representatives. So that's another one that is unfolding this evening. They are the Italian team that are in the Champions League. Wouldn't it be ironic that if we sold Matt O'Reilly and then we met again? Let's meet again. Don't know when in the Champions League. Let's meet again in the Champions League. Get it on. Hey. So that is the big news tonight. The big news tonight is an Italian team are ready to put in a 20+ million pound offer for Matt O'Reilly this week. I did say that if it was going to happen, it's going to happen just as we start the season. Watch this. So they are ready to put in a big bid for Matt O'Reilly, over 20 million euros. Will it be enough to enter negotiations with them? There's a lot of speculation about I'm going down to Southampton. Matt O'Reilly will not go to Southampton. Matt O'Reilly will go to a Champions League team. And the other news this evening for the people that weren't on the live at the beginning, Adam Idah, for those who are unaware, failed to travel with the rest of the Norwich City Football Club squad on Sunday. He said he was going to make his own way to the training camp. The Norwich City manager obviously left him out of the team tonight. After the game, the Norwich City manager said he insists he doesn't feel personally let down, but he feels that Adam Idah let the group down. And he will work with Adam Idah to support him in the coming days. Now, it is alleged that the speculation with him being linked to Celtic and the fact that he does want to come back to Celtic is the main reason that Adam Idah did not travel with the team. He decided to spit the dummy out and say, look, I want to go. Just accept the friggin' offer. And it's as simple as that, I think. He is a player that obviously Celtic want, but then there's been speculation tonight that Celtic are going to go for a Hearts player. I can't see that happening at all. Now, Callum McGregor's been talking to the media as we get ready to unfurl the flag. We've won the league again. Fly the flag. Fly the flag. We've won the league again. Yes, we've won our 54th title. And we are on the road to 55. The shite bags at Ibrox will be kicking themselves. But Callum McGregor was asked today about the noises coming out of Ibrox. And Callum McGregor said, look, it's not something that we've spoken about. We're too busy trying to demand the very best of each other on the training pitch. We're trying to get ourselves to the next level. We're trying to maintain a level that is behold of Celtic Football Club. The Celtic captain, Callum McGregor, says they're only focused on themselves after Clementine. Oh, my darling, oh, my darling, oh, my darling, Clementine. Went to Rangers, won for call, oh, my darling, Clementine. Anyway, he says that Rangers have a much bigger rebuild than their city rivals. I didn't know that Celtic had a big rebuild to do this summer. I was unaware of the fact that we had a rebuild to do this summer. Anyway, let's jump into the comment section straight away, and we've rambled on for about 6 minutes now, so let's see what people are saying in the comments section this evening. First up, the deal for Idah is coming, I think, says Red. Tam Max in the house. Late Learner says Shanklin is going to come to Celtic, maybe. I can't see that one happening. I can't see Shanklin. I mean, it would be fantastic if Celtic were to go out and get Adam Idah and Shanklin. It would put down... it's not going to happen, though, because Shanklin won't want to play third choice striker unless it means a change of formation. Now, with that being said, if Matt O'Reilly is sold to Southampton in a swap deal that brings in a Southampton player to Celtic, the Southampton player that's coming in, that would come into Celtic, is a defensive holding midfield player, which would allow Callum McGregor to go that little bit further forward. Would it mean a change in formation? Would the manager play two up front? Would the manager decide to change the formation of Celtic this season completely and let people think that we're going to play 4-3-3 the way that we've been playing during pre-season? But could it be the fact that maybe Brendan Rodgers is thinking, do you know what, let's mix it up and just go 3-5-2 and like get this league done and dusted as soon as we can. Let's get this 55th title in the bag. Come on! Let's get in it. Tell the missus I didn't know some shouting and everything. Adam Idah and Paulo Bernardo just makes us as good as last season, still worse than the season before, says Gordon. Idah on a year-long deal. I don't think it's just going to be a year-long deal. Even also says Hazel, got a stinking feeling that there's going to be a lot of loan deals coming. I suppose they're loans with option to buy. Say Hazel, don't say that. Don't say that. And then I put in the comment section with the breaking news that it was going to be cleared up with Adam Idah and the fact that Norwich didn't let it be known publicly that he never travelled on Sunday with the rest of the team. Mike Ross says if we went for Shankland, we'd jump at the chance of Champions League football. Can't see us going for him unless either deal is dead. Well, as it stands tonight, I don't think that deal is dead in the water. I think it looks like Adam Idah is pushing for the deal to be done. Especially for not turning up at training. I mean, that's going back. I mean, the players. I said about a month ago that look, if Adam Idah wants this deal done, players can make deals happen. It doesn't matter what a new manager says. A new manager can come into the club and say, "Do you know what, lad? I want to have a look at you in training." No, I've been here for fucking years. They've had enough chance to look at me in training. Ask them what they think of me. Do you know? I don't want. I'm not. I don't care what you say. I want to go now. Do you know? I want to go. I want to go to Celtic, and it's as simple as that. And I think that is what Adam Idah has finally done. Anyway, Big Dom says I think Adam will arrive soon. Big Dom says Michael Ross. Yep, I'm not going to go on about that. Evening Baz and Troops. Paul McGregor says we need equality. Yes, we do need equality. Paul Baird and Carly is in the house. Sean Bruce is in the house. Even boys, girls. Sounds like Idah wants a move. Yes, he does that. Good news. Come on, Celtic, get Adam. There's then a few of the comments. Confirms. Yes, they also confirm that they'll be disciplined internally for not flying out with the rest of the party. We have rules and everyone has to stick with them. Yeah, I posted that as well, didn't I? You're only posting what I posted earlier. But anyway, it is the fact that Adam Idah didn't travel. Breaking news, Adam's reported of the shit on Delia Smith's prize recipe book. We need to put this Shanklin pish to bed. He's not coming to Celtic. He had a great season last season, but he's not the player that fits our style of play, says Gio Murphy. That's a cracker. John Paul Murray says you can't hear that old bird screaming at him. You can hear that old bird screaming at him. Where are you? Let's be having you. Let's be having Adam! Idah! Idah! Get yourself in the office! Let's be having you! Shouting over the tannoy system at fucking Norwich's ground. Oh my God. We don't want to sell Matt O'Reilly, said Celtic Girl. I don't think it's the case that I think it's a case now with the breaking news coming out of Italy tonight that the Italians are ready to, they are preparing a new offer that would exceed the 20 million euro mark and approach Celtic's 25 million euro valuation with bonuses. So that is an interesting one coming out of Italy. That's coming out of footitalia.com this evening. So you want to go and check that out. So they are preparing another bid in the region of the kind of money that Celtic are looking for. And if Celtic get anywhere near the 25 million, it is going to be Tata Adam Idah. Especially if it's a team that is in the Champions League, and they are in the Champions League after winning the Europa last season. Would Italian football be a good place for Matt O'Reilly? I reckon it would be. It's the continental football is a style of football that would suit him better. I think if he goes down to England, I think he might get swallowed up by the enormity of the league. I think Matt O'Reilly knows that if he goes to a European league, he sees himself playing at a top side in Europe. This could be the stepping stone to him going to an even bigger side in Europe. And I mean that by no means. I mean, he knows English football. And let's face it, unless you're getting picked up by Man City these days, I mean, Man City, they're going about the Scottish League being terrible, that only one team have won the league for as many years. Well, over the last 20 years, it's been consistently Manchester United since the 90s and then Man City. Chelsea had a little run, but it's been Man City's league, so it must be boring for the English having just one team win the league every season. I hope there's some of them listening to that this evening. Anyway, so the breaking news tonight is that. So I would rather have the Aberdeen player than Shanklin, says Sonny. Craig says, "Hey Celtic girl, how's you?" Yeah, okay. Sophie Van Schuy says, the way the board operates frustrates the shit out of every fan. Yes, they do. Who knew Baz could do such a convincing Delia Smith impersonation? It's in my repertoire. It is in my repertoire of this entertainment platform to make sure that I entertain the hordes as much as possible when the wife isn't here, so I can make as much noise as I want. So yeah. Lorna's in the house. Gemma, big up Gemma, big up Gordon Crouch, two of the stars of the channel. Lanky says last month on Twitter I seen a tweet from someone says that it deals with Atlanta said that the agent was dealing with this is the agent for Starfelt. Well, there you go. It's the same agent as Starfelt and the Grumpy Greek. That doesn't surprise me. Well, don't try edibles, boys and girls. Don't try edibles. What the hell are edibles? Yes. Joe Paul says, tongue in cheek there, Barry. Tongue in cheek. Tongue in cheek. Oh, man. Don't know. Never done that before. Yeah, it was tongue in cheek. But anyway, I think it's fantastic news that Adam, if he has spat the dummy out, if he has, hail from Houston, Texas. Yippee-yi-yi, motherfucker. Yeah, Texas. I'd love to go to Texas. I would just don't know if the Americans would let me in though because I stay in Spain. Hoopy had a bad time. Oh, I could tell you a story about that, but I won't. We all love a rumour. I don't think it's a rumour. I think the fact that Adam Idah didn't... this is the facts, right? This is the evidence that we have this evening. Norwich City manager... it came out on the Norwich City updates before the game. Interesting that there's no blah, 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 blah. Adam Idah is also not in the squad as an ongoing speculation around his future continues. The manager then said after the game this evening, when Adam Idah didn't make the team sheet, he said, for those who are unaware, Adam Idah failed to travel out with the rest of the Norwich City Football Club's squad on Sunday. He decided to make his own way to the training camp. He never turned up at the training camp. He's still back in the UK. The manager insists that he doesn't feel let down personally, and he says he will work with the group and he'll continue to support Adam over the next period. But he also confirms that Adam Idah will be disciplined internally for failing to fly out with the rest of the squad. We have rules and everyone has to stick to them. Adam Idah has broken the rules. Adam Idah didn't fly out with the squad. Adam Idah obviously wants the Celtic deal done, and he's putting his foot down, as players have and can do throughout the history of the game. Players have control, whether clubs like it or not. Yes, Adam Idah is still contracted to them, but if Celtic have put in an offer that Adam Idah thinks is more than reasonable and they should accept it for him, he wants it done. He wants it done and dusted. And let's face it, the lad probably wants up the date for Flag Day. Adam Idah probably wants up to get in the stand for Flag Day. Fucking Green Brigade waving the Palestine flag, going, get it up, yous. Anyway, just say 22 million euros, and that's only around £18 million rip-off. A player is only valued at what someone will pay for him. I mean, ultimately, if I sat and asked every single one of yous at the start of last season, would you have said at the start of last season that Matt O'Reilly was an £18 million player? You know, remember at Christmas time we turned down 18 million euros, 18 million euros from Atletico Madrid at the start. And give me let's do a poll on this. Let's do a poll. No. Right, there we go. There's a poll. Get the poll. Answer this honestly. At the start of last season, do you think that Matt O'Reilly was an £18 million player? Honestly. If anyone says yes, they're absolutely bonkers. No one predicted last season, at the start of last season, before a ball was kicked, before we played in the Champions League. You've got to remember, it wasn't a first-team choice under Ange Postecoglou. It wasn't a first-team choice. Matt O'Reilly wasn't a first-team choice under Ange Postecoglou. Think about it. And answer it honestly. And do a poll about Hatate. Lanky, if he goes, we see a bid being around 8 to 10 million. For who? For Hatate. If Matt made the Euros and done well, teams would have put in bids of 20 million plus. Exactly, Lanky. Right? But at the start of last season, and you've got to remember, he wasn't a regular during. OBS is disconnected. Disconnected. Reconnecting. Why is it disconnected? What's going on with the internet? Strength. Healthy. God, that was. Did that cut it there? Reconnection was successful. It seems we may have just paused. Did we just pause? What on earth happened there? Yeah, we're back. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, let's jump back into the comments section. It seems to be split down the middle, 48-52. It's like an independence poll in Scotland. And at the start of last season, do you think Matt O'Reilly was an £18 million player? We've had 103 votes for this one already. We're going to run this one for a good 40 minutes. We want to get as many votes as we can. There is currently 352 people, 390 on the live. Jesus, there's been over 1,204 on this live already. Why does it keep pausing? But anyway, Celtic PLC out now. Big Dom says, Paul Baird says, the discipline Adam will get from Norwich is will be sold as quick as possible. Jenny, why do the fucking Spanish have to let off fireworks when it's daylight? Jenny! Right. Come. Sit. Come. Shh. I know. It's nice little it's fiesta season, and they're just little fireworks willy-nilly, and it's not even dark. The nation that lets off fireworks in broad daylight, it's absolutely bizarre. You're breaking up again, Baz. Yeah, don't know what happens with that. It's probably the fireworks that's going off here. Stop the poll, Baz. The feed is breaking up. It should be back now, because it's saying that the strength is excellent, so it should be okay. And anyway, there's been 121 votes. Get voting. And fined. Yeah, I don't really care if he's fined. If he's fined, your internet's rubbish. Your mother's a pissed ride. Michael says, I'd like a poll on whether or we should kidnap Lowell. There's currently 344 people watching. There is 344 people watching, so get voting. If you're watching this on your telly, get on your laptop, get on your phone, and get the stream up on your phone and get voting. 127 votes. It's 50-50. Wow, it is 50-50. The poll sitting at 50-50. At the start of last season, do you think Matt O'Reilly was an £18 million player? Player 3, 2, 1. You're back in the room. There we go. 93 slap the like boys and girls. There is 96 now. Yes. We took a bit of a dip there when I don't know what happened to the internet there. That was a bit weird. Maybe switch this TV off because there's not a lot. Is there any Sky News? I've got Sky Sports on Wolves. What's this one? I do have Sky on just to check. If Adam was fine, Celtic should pay it. Yeah, they should. Hit the like button, folks. Hit the like. There's 102 likes with over 366 current viewers. With over 1,004. That's amazing. 1,400 views already. No, Baz, my mom is a good ride. All the troops say so. Says Kaiser. Oh, Jesus. Right. It has went the other way. The people of sense have entered the building. Delia Smith has gone, Adam! Let's be having you! Let's be having you! Adam! Let's be having you in the office! No! Anyway, that's Adam Idah getting shouted in the office by Delia Smith. Absolutely raging that he didn't travel. He did not travel to the training camp with Norwich. and he is about to be disciplined by Norwich. Hopefully Celtic are about to get the player. Hopefully Adam Idah is just sitting going, look, I want to go to Celtic. I don't want to stay here. Celtic have put in an offer. Accept the offer, or I'm just going to down tools. Simple. Simple as that. Kind of listen to that. I'm getting feedback of me screaming like a banshee. I turn that down. Anyway, do you think we should get the money for the fine for the Celtic board? Yeah. More like Albert Stepstow. If the Safe Conans usually let the fireworks off during the day, Baz. It's the Safe Conans. Jerry, a recipe for disaster, Delia. Your English accent sounds like Delia Smith. Isn't she English? I don't know. Anyway, 4 of us are watching on different devices. 4 of you are watching on different devices. That's brilliant. Get the votes in. Get the votes in. We're at 50-50. We are at 149 votes, and it's at 50-50. At the start of last season, now bearing in mind that Matt O'Reilly didn't get on too well with Ange Postecoglou. He wasn't a first-team regular. He didn't start every single game. He didn't hit the levels of performance that he did under Brendan Rodgers. Did you think at the beginning of last season, this time last year, when we were bringing in players willy-nilly, when we were bringing in Ohm for midfield, we were bringing on all these different players, did you really think that Adam Idah was an £18 million player, was the question. We've had 153 votes, and it's at 50-50%. The poll is at 50-50. Joppo Murray says, Monty Casimir Donnelly's. Frank says, if you remember my words from last season, that the person on the board makes his mark worse is 6. Clean up your podcast, please. Clean up your podcast. What do I want to clean it up for? Is it dirty enough, like? Anyway, I don't listen to what anybody says online, to be honest. So you can comment all you want. I get enough abuse on Twitter and nonsense that my kids read. And they think it's hilarious. They do think it's hilarious because they know it's like water off a duck's back. Any suggestions and abuse that I get. Would you sound like that if the life of Brian? Moo's fault, Moy's fault. Yeah, it's Adam Moy. Aaron Moy. Aaron Moy left the club. Aaron Moy kept Matt O'Reilly out of the team. So people forget that. People forget that the season before, Aaron Moy kept Matt O'Reilly out of the team. There's no way was Matt O'Reilly an £18 million player at the beginning of last season. And the fact that we've got over 166 votes, and it's still 51% yes, people think he was an £18 million player. If that is the case, what did you value Aaron Moy at? Because Aaron Moy hung up his boots during pre-season, just as they were about to start back in pre-season. Interesting, it's always good to answer these questions. Hatate is better than O'Reilly when he tries. That's like saying cup of soup is better than Heinz tin tomato. Maybe. No, we should never loan a player without the price first. Celtic will win the league by 20 points. Aberdeen Hearts were second place in the SPFL. I'm not too sure about that. I think that the dark side will come. They will come through. I'm a jungle boy. Brown Warrior says that we dig at Ange. Brendan arrived, I'm sure, was a sign of what he thought of Ange. Don't get too attached to your heroes, Postecoglou said. Baz. Yes, Ange did say that. He said that before he decided to go. I'm not going to tell you where I'm going. I'm not telling you that. And even though he knew he was going to speak to Spurs, but he turned around right after the cup final and said, don't get too attached to your stars. And because he knew that Matt O'Reilly wanted away that summer. And when we forget about this, Matt O'Reilly wanted away last summer if Ange Postecoglou was still going to be Celtic manager. And even when Brendan Rodgers came into the club, when Brendan Rodgers came into the club, he said that he had to have conversations with players that wanted away. That was the manager's words a year ago at this time. I had to have conversations, personal conversations with players that the club knew wanted away. Matt O'Reilly was one of those players that did not want to work under Ange Postecoglou because Aaron Moy kept him out of the team. It's as simple as that. But some people think that even then, they thought Matt O'Reilly was an £18 million player. 180, 190. And if you watch darts, you're fucking mental. But yeah, there's 181 votes and it's at 51%. Yes. But anyway, the Matt O'Reilly news will take care of itself. The big breaking news this evening for anybody that wasn't on the live at the beginning, because there's been 1,740 people in on this live already, is Adam Idah did not travel. Adam Idah, for people that are unaware, Adam Idah failed to travel with the rest of the Norwich City squad on Sunday. He decided to make his own way to the training camp. He did not arrive. The manager feels it doesn't feel like he's let him down personally. He will work with the group and they'll work to support Adam. He confirms that he will be disciplined internally for failing to fly out with the rest of the party. We have rules and everyone has to stick to them. The manager admits that the Celtic FC speculation is probably a factor. Probably a factor. There's no way he could play here as a result. No way he could play here as a result. It's an interesting comment. So it's obviously the fact that Adam Idah has had enough. He wants to come to Celtic. Breaking news coming out of Italy this evening, and the breaking news coming out of Italy is the fact that the team that won the Europa and they gets automatic entry into the Champions League are ready to put in an offer of over 20 million with add-ons to hit the asking price of 25 million euros, although Celtic want 25 to 29 million euros, it's been said. But that offer could come in as quick as this week. So that's an interesting one to keep an eye on. Adam Idah, he spat the dummy out. Where the hell's Paulo Bernardo? Where is Paulo? If Celtic put out Celtic an hour ago. There we go. Fucking an hour ago. Buy your strips. Oh, it would be nice to see Adam Idah and Paulo Bernardo showing it off. Says Bolton boy. Oh, the Bolton bus. That's a cracking bus. Anyway, that's about it for this evening. Callum McGregor spoke to the press. We're excited and can't wait to get going. Team morale is good. We are ready to go. Callum McGregor looks forward to Flag Day and the start of the Scottish Premier League season. And I'm going to go and calm the dog down because fireworks are going off for no apparent reason. We're going to end the poll. We have had over 200. It is 200 exactly. So if you want to vote, you've got around about 10 seconds to vote. There's 388 people online, yet there's only 201 votes. We've had over 1,882 views. We've had 1882 views, and still only 201. I'm going to give it 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you haven't voted, it's done. You've got 203 views. 203 altogether. And there it goes. At the start of the season, it's like an independence poll vote. 51% yes. Matt O'Reilly at the beginning of last season, even though he didn't play the season before because of Aaron Moy, who kept Matt O'Reilly at the team. People think he was an £18 million player, which is just... It's absolutely crazy as far as I'm concerned. It's absolutely crazy. But it is what it is. People think that he was an £18 million player then. he's an £18 million player? No, said some of the people. The people have spoken. All right, Barry, hope you're well, bro. Davey, Sinan, how are you? I'm good. How's the missus? How is the missus doing? Davey boy. But yes, that is us done and dusted. Davey, you've joined just as I'm about to quit, man. Oh dear. I seen that the weather was quite nice back home today. Yep. The missus was sunbathing in Kirkcaldy. Yep, sunbathing at her mum's. Jesus. She's now in Edinburgh tomorrow. She went and got my new Celtic tops today. Yes, she went and spent money on my Celtic gear. God bless her. Absolutely cracking woman. Flies all that way home just to buy my Celtic strips for this season. Anyway, our pre-season was excellent. I hope it continues. Into this, we will be on 55 league titles. They'll need to take it down. Anyway, all's well, fella. Absolutely great, Davey. I don't know when I'm going home next, actually. She says I need to go home, but I've been home twice in the last year. It was her turn to go home. But anyway, yeah, I'll catch up when I am home. Kev will tell you when I'm home. Don't know when it'll be. I want to get home and go to a game. But then there's European games, so I might just go to the European away games. What do you think about how much Matt is worth now, Baz? I think, realistically, he's only... Look at it this way. Is Matt O'Reilly as good as or better than Jota? We are saying that Matt O'Reilly is as good as or better than Jota. Now, Jota had 2 fantastic seasons. Matt O'Reilly's been at Celtic for the best part of, 2.5 years now, and he's only had 1 good season, you could say. So what does that... personally, I think if we get 20 million from Matt O'Reilly, he's off. I think that would be a good deal. The fact that we only bought him for 1.5 million. Anyway, that's been done and dusted for this evening. There's been over 2,012 people have watched the video since the start. There's currently 360. See, loads of people are jumping off now when we're done and dusted. He's better than Jota, says Celt88. That's an interesting one. That is an interesting one, yes. Rogic was a game changer, yes. Yes, do another poll. No, I'm doing another poll. I'm away to chill out. The dog's now calmed down and she's lying down there. Anyway, we will be live tomorrow night. Atletico obviously don't think so. Atletico put in a bid of €18 million plus add-ons. That equates to £20 million. So Atletico think he's a £20 million player. And I'm going to go with a Spanish team that knows how to pick out players. Personally, 25 million all day, and I think O'Reilly is consistently better than Jota. Sign Rogic. Yep, get Rogic back. I don't think Matt is quite as good yet. Pork Chop Express says that they play at different positions. You can't judge one against the other, but they are both valued at the exact same price by Celtic. And on that note, have an absolutely fantastic evening. We're sitting on 17,790 subscribers. We're trying to get to the 18,000 before the start of the season. And on that note, have an absolutely fantastic evening, Celtic fans all around.